Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Whatever Show. I am Lawrence Winnerman, and I'm flying a little bit solo this morning so far. My lovely co host, Dana Dubois, is on another top secret mission and I believe currently napping in the time zone that she is in. I've got multiple versions of me reverberating through my ears. So hang on, let me mute those screens and welcome. Happy, happy year of the fire horse. I am so excited. It's 7:01 this morning. The moon went new and the Lunar New Year kicked off, and it is the year of the horse, specifically the year of the fire horse. And so my lovely guest today, Char Sundust, will be joining me shortly, and I could not be more excited to have her here and to talk about this. I think it is an open secret that I am a fan of astrology. I'm also a fan of Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine, and Chinese astrology, and so I get to geek out about two things I'm really interested in, and there's so much to say. And Char is a perfect person to talk about it with. So I am extemporizing as we wait for Char to join. Right? Is that the right word? I am being extemporaneous. Yeah, I think it works. Hey, so I don't know if you saw this, but last night, apparently on the Stephen Colbert show, he was supposed to have uh, the Senate candidate from Texas, James Tallarico, on the show, and his network lawyers, the CBS attorneys, basically messaged him during the day and said, under no circumstances can you have James Tallarico on the show because the current chair of the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, which is supposed to be a nonpartisan post, right? We all know none of that is true under the Trump administration. Um, Basically, the chair of the FCC issued a letter several weeks ago saying, I'm thinking about changing the rule so that the equal time clause doesn't apply to talk shows. Now, the equal time clause, if you don't know what that is, the equal time clause says that um, during campaign season, if one candidate appears on broadcast TV, right, and this is broadcast TV because remember, broadcast licenses come from the FCC because broadcast airwaves are public airwaves and they are granted by the FCC basically, at the pleasure of the government and their rules that companies have to follow. If you're terrestrial radio or terrestrial broadcast TV, you've got to follow these rules or you get your license yanked. And that, of course, is catastrophe because, it means you can't broadcast and then you're doomed. So companies are good about following these rules. But Brendan Carr, the chair of the FCC, issued this letter a couple weeks ago saying, I'm thinking about changing this. And he didn't say, I have changed it. But CBS, the new authoritarian broadcast network, what can we call them? Complying bullshit traders, CBST maybe, under Barry Weiss, has basically taken the position that this letter of intent is as good as the law. And so they told Colbert that he can't have Tallarico on the show last night. And also that he was forbidden from talking about it and that he was forbidden from showing Tallarico's picture. And so Colbert, being Colbert, knowing that he's got a year left in his contract and they've already basically fired him, essentially he talked about it and basically said, if you want to see the interview with Tallarico, go to my YouTube channel. You can see it there. So everyone, please go to Colbert's YouTube and watch the interview with James Tallarico, even if you are fully team Jasmine Crockett in the Texas Senate primary, which I get. She's great. By all means, be team Jasmine. Um, but Tallarico is a great candidate. And if not this, then something in his future in a Texas statewide elected office is definitely coming for him, because he is a great talent and he's a great communicator. And the interview with Colbert last night is an excellent example of that. So please go listen. And basically, stick it to Barry Weiss and CBS and Donald Trump and Brendan Carr and the FCC. Fuck all of these people. Colbert is doing the right thing, and he should be rewarded for that, times 10. So I am texting Char to say, I'm here. I sent you the link. The link is in your DM. The link is in your DMs. There you go. Anywho, I'm going to jump right into it because I know that she will show up when the timing is right and perfect, as it always is. So this is, as of this morning at 7:01 a.m. Eastern Time, the year of the fire horse. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Chinese zodiac is still 12, because in the Chinese lunar new year, or in the Chinese lunar year, there are 12 months. And I say that because in some lunar calendars, there are 13 months, or sometimes there's a 13th leap month, like in the Hebrew calendar. In the Chinese lunar calendar, there are 12 months, and each month has an animal associated with it. Here she is. Okay, everybody, get ready to put your hands together for one of my best friends of all time, Char Sundust. Hello, my dear.
Hello. Hello, my friend. How
How
are
are you?
you? I'm good. I'm good.
You are a rock star and a hero, because it is 7 a.m. out there on the West Coast, and you are still like, sure, I'll do a show. Why the fuck not?
Yeah. You know, there's
You
there's
know.
other options, but this is my preferred option.
Aw, you're very sweet. You're very sweet. Well,
Yeah.
Dana is on her top secret mission, and
Oh,
I think currently sleeping in the time zone that she's in. I'm not sure that space actually has time zones, but
yeah.
um,
Maybe there's something. Yeah.
yeah.
Different
So
layers. Different. Yeah.
yeah. So we can't really talk about it, but
Mm,
you and I are here to carry the show today. Oh, and you've got a happy kitty cat mug. I love that. That's the cutest. I don't
yeah.
have anything as cute as that. I've just got like a steel Yeti mug.
Oh,
But
it's cute though. Hey.
cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers. Happy New Year, my
Happy
friend.
New Year. Gung
I'm
hei
so
fat choi.
happy. I'm so
Or let's see.
grateful.
Uh Gong Shi Fa Sai, I think, is the
Oh,
Mandarin way to say it. I never actually have gotten that one correct.
yeah,
Um I, for some
sounds
reason, I
good.
learned the Cantonese first, and I can't not remember the
It,
Cantonese
it
because
sounds really good to me.
yeah.
I'm
Right.
really grateful.
My accent in Mandarin is really flawless.
Yeah, just perfect. Just you couldn't, yeah, I couldn't do it better. Oh my
Nice. Yeah. Well, so it is the
God.
Lunar New Year,
Yeah.
and it is the year of the fire horse.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was just explaining that, the Chinese zodiac, the lunar calendar, uh, has 12 months, and each month has a sign. And
Yeah.
in the Chinese calendar, they're animals, right?
Yes.
And so this year is the horse, but it's a little more complex than that, because the Chinese zodiac also has 5 elements. They're not the same elements
Right.
as Western astrology. So Western astrology has elements, and they're air, earth, fire, water.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese astrology has 5 elements, and they are, let's see if I can get this right. They're water, metal, earth, wood, and fire. right?
Yes.
There's no air in in the Chinese elements, and there's five of them, and wood is an element, and metal is an element. Um,
And
but basic,
your
right?
acupuncture training is showing, which I
Right,
love.
my long
Yeah, when
long dormant acupuncture training is showing
yeah,
in the Chinese zodiac those elements impact one another, right? So I think it's like metal makes water, water makes wood, wood makes fire, fire makes earth, and earth makes metal, and then the whole
yeah,
thing proceeds. And so in the Chinese zodiac, there's not just these 12 animals, each animal can be an element. And so there's, I was born in the year of the metal dog. And do you know what your Chinese astrology sign is?
I know that it's sheep, but and we just looked it up. I think it's a fire sheep.
Fire sheep? Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
I'm sure, but yeah, don't quote me.
Yeah. Well, so this year is a horse, the year of the horse, and it's the year of the fire horse. And the cycle, when you take 5 and multiply it by 12, it's a 60-year cycle. So the last time the fire horse was
Yes.
around was 1966.
Yeah. Interesante, amor.
Yes.
Sí.
So the fire horse, so the horse is already the most active um sign in the Chinese zodiac. It's like the most, hard charging, ready to move forward. Not the dragon, the horse is the one that's got the most energy.
Yeah.
And fire is the element that has the most energy. So you're taking the element with the most energy and the animal with the most
Most
energy and
energy.
combining them together
Yeah.
into a year of transformation, a year of big changes, a year of um, upheaval, basically. Like
Yeah.
things are going to change big time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the last time was 1966. I don't remember exactly what was happening in 66, but like a lot of crazy shit. Like I think
Yeah.
that's, the Vietnam
Yeah.
War was starting or, going on and ramping
Yeah.
up, and Summer of Love.
Yeah.
And, obviously 63 was the Kennedy assassination, and,
Yeah.
68 was RFK and MLK. But, a time of big transformation, and we're entering another one. And that's just the Chinese zodiac.
Yes. That's just the yes. And
Okay,
it's
I have monologued now the entire time you've
it's
been on.
and I have been listening because I there's all of this, like you carry so much knowledge and wisdom about the elements and also as an astrologer. And so I always love to listen to you wax and wane um about the elements the and as a mystic, I always see you as a mystic.
Well,
And
before we talk about Western astrology and the big changes in Western astrology that are going on
yeah,
right now, could
as we
you,
speak,
as we speak, as we
as we
motherfucking
speak.
speak, right? Like,
As we're speaking right the fuck
look
now,
up in
right
the
now,
sky,
we're speaking.
bitches. It's all right there. It's all there.
Oh my God, so great. Yeah, well, you should have seen me last night putting up the firecrackers in front of the door. I have roommates in Quinn and Suniva, and Quinn's very tall, and like we have to take down our guardian mask so we can put up our firecrackers at our New Year.
Yeah.
Uh, and her mother, Suniva's mother, was my feng shui teacher.
Oh my gosh. So yeah,
Yeah,
y'all are swimming in Lunar New Year celebrations.
yeah, and many, many, we have our little lanterns and all of our
Oh
little,
yay.
they're so sweet. So, yay, I love all that. So you brought in the horse and you brought in fire. And so for me, when I think of the horse, I think of power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it's so interesting. Like even our cars were like horsepower, right? Like,
Right.
oh, we're going to have horsepower. We're going to have we're going to power all of our vehicles. And it's something that the horse has always carried, is this truth of power. And so for me, the horses always represented power, but also something untamable, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Like one of my brothers is a farrier, and he's also a horse whisperer. And I remember just like even with him, he's also a little untamable, right? Like horse people, he's a horse person.
Yes. Chat, here's the thing. I know Char's brothers. I know the brother of which she speaks, and untamable is the right word.
Yeah, maybe even an understatement.
Right. And maybe even a big understatement.
To say, oh my gosh, yeah. So he, yeah, and I remember there was never a horse there was not a horse he could not speak to and
Yeah.
connect with. I think because of that in his own nature, right?
Yeah.
Because of that. But I
Yeah.
think that with horse, I think horse is really about, for me, when I feel into horse, or when I, even embody, dare we say embody, or sense or feel or become one with the horse, it's about right use of power. It's about, where's my direction? Where am I going? Why am I going this way? Am I running to something, from something? Am I following someone?
Mm.
Because there's a lead mare, of course, right? So there's, it's interesting that with horses, they have a lead mare, and that is who guides them and leads them. And so for me, the horses, there's a lot about, what the Dalai Lama said, Western women will save the world,
Yeah, I love that quote.
Yeah,
Yes, the Dalai Lama is famous for saying that Western women will save the world.
yeah. Mhm.
And yeah,
And I
you
think
said
they're
lead
doing it.
mare, and I was like, oh, that's me.
Yes, babe, that's you.
Here's how bottom identified I am. I'm like, oh yeah, no, lead mare, that's me.
Fuck yeah, boom.
All the gay dudes of the world had better watch it.
That's right.
This is my year.
Meow. Winnerman. Yes.
Yeah. No, I know. I like playing with the dichotomy. I'm not trans, but I have accessed my sacred feminine, and I'm
Well,
not
I
letting
think
that shit
winner
go.
mare. I think we're gonna change it. It's gonna be a sacred.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's sacred. That's some sacred pussy, my friend.
For sure, absolutely. Winner mare.
Yeah, there you go.
Lawrence Winner.
Everybody watch out. This is my
Yeah.
year. I can feel it.
Okay, for sure. And they're all going to be following you up the hills and valleys.
Hey,
all going to follow you.
Look at this Shernas. Look at this Shernas put on. You think they're not going to be following this? Come on.
Little color there, my friend.
Between the tanner and this wicked blush that I am feeling right now because I've just embarrassed myself in front of 91 people.
Yeah,
whatever.
Muy bueno.
I'm always willing to play the clown. You know me. I'm happy to be Heyoka in a moment if you need me.
Those sacred clown activities. This is more like, in writers group, when we have writers group and our conversation before everyone gets there.
Right. Yeah. Like, oh, we're going to be serious in a minute. But, that's the spirit of this show, right? Like Diane and I founded this show on the idea that we got to share our friendship with everyone, including the behind the scenes conversations. And, and you're my bestie as much as she is. And so I get to share these conversations with you as well when you are the co-host of the show. So I love it. People should know what they're signing up for.
Yeah, for certain.
Hey, I'm going to put your information on the screen so that people know. Thank you, Macabre, for putting that up there. How to find Char's Substack. Char's Substack is called Spirit Sanctuary. It is beautiful. Her writing is featured there, her poetry, as well as her insights. And you do a podcast. Do you want to, just in case there are people here who don't, know you, I can't imagine because you're in the chat here all the time and you're a part of this community, but just in case, introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because we always believe that our name carries our destiny. And so my name is, I go by Charlotte, but my name is Char. I go by Char. I go by Charlotte. I go by Char, but my full name is Charlotte Monique Sundust. And that means Charlotte means strong woman or king. Monique means advisor. And Sundust means passing one with the sun above all other obstacles. And then my Lakota name is Nape Washdewi, And so I try my very best. Maybe one day I'll live up to those names somehow, but that's my hope. And in my culture, I'm called a translator. So I'm a healer and a visionary teacher and something called a translator. And a translator is someone who translates things from the other reality to this reality
Mhm.
so that people can find their authenticity and their truth and their well-being, their life dreams, their healing. And then I'm a writer and a poet, and I just finished a memoir, which I'm very, very excited about. And it's a hybrid memoir. And then I'm a friend. I'm a friend and a daughter and a sister and a.
You are a wonderful friend. Like one of the
Oh,
biggest blessings of my entire life
yeah.
is your friendship. For those who don't know, Char and I met. I moved to Seattle in 1994, and I met Char very shortly thereafter. And we kind of instantly were like, "Oh, we should be friends,"
Yeah.
And uh, we were so young back then,
Oh,
sweetie.
yeah. And oh my God, how much I smoked. I
Oh
smoked
God, you
so
smoked like a
fucking much.
chimney,
I
like
mean, I
a
would like, oh my
chimney.
God, it was just so great. I miss them. God, I miss them so much.
Um,
Oh
I mean, we have both grown. I've aged, you have not aged. I don't know how
my
that's
God.
possible or fair. Um,
Oh
because you look
boy.
exactly the same as the day that I first met you.
Mm.
But we have both grown so much over that time, and you've grown as a writer.
Yeah.
But I've also watched you do this thing. You've really modeled this for me, which is, I talk about a lot on the show with Dana that I feel like our job, and I really like, I learned this from you basically, that
Oh,
like
my
our
friend.
job as people in this life is to face your fears and your demons, like
Yeah.
confront the trauma that was handed to you or forced upon you
Yeah.
in your life and in your early childhood. And we're not going to dig into that today. People can read your work to kind of, if they want to understand more of the complexity of your past. But you taught me, right? And therapy, lots of therapy taught me
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
our job is to deal with our own shit.
Yeah.
It's not anybody else's job to do it for you. It's
Face
your
yourself.
job,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can do it. You have the tools and the ability, even if
Mhm.
it seems
Yeah.
impossibly hard. There are teachers, there are helpers, there are people, and you can find those people and you can do the work and you can, transform your life by confronting your deepest, darkest fears,
Yeah.
confronting the worst traumas that ever happened to you. And your job is to not pass it on to anyone else, right?
Yes. Specifically. Exactly.
Specifically,
Yes, specifically, it stops with me, this behavior, this activity, right? Like smoking, right?
right?
Now I only smoke for sacred reasons. And in my culture, we carry something called a sacred pipe. And that is the only thing I smoke now, is only for sacred reasons. And so we only want to pass down, that which is sacred and good, true, and lasting and
Yeah.
healing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I've quoted you so many times, the the wisdom of, only do something if it's good, for you and everyone else involved and this generation and the next 7 generations. Like,
yeah,
that's how long term you should be
yeah,
thinking in terms of, the things that you're going to put out into the world.
yeah.
Um, I mean, I've had some very recent big decisions to make where I really wanted to do something and I was like, is this
Oh
the
my
best
God.
thing for me and everyone involved in the next 7 generations? Probably not. I really want to do it though, but I probably shouldn't because it probably does more
Yeah,
harm than good.
yeah, 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 110%. And, we don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think that we know really what's for
Right.
the good of all. But I think, evidence is really showing right now that we really don't fucking have any idea. We don't
Right.
really
How
know.
dare you accuse me of being a know-it-all, Char
But I mean,
Sundust?
can you imagine? I mean, really, the savior complex runs deep in.
I'm being attacked on my own show. I'm being
Oh my
attacked.
God. Oh my God.
Somebody help me.
Oh my God. Save me, save me. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Messiah complex is a problem, I mean, it's a problem. But and I know from, how do I know
I
this?
will have you know, Ms. Sundust, I
From my
went on
own
a date the
experience.
other day with a cute guy,
Oh,
and I sat down at the table. This was Sunday. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I've told you this yet. I went on a date, and we met at a brew pub because I was like, oh, it's Sunday afternoon. Like, let's go grab a
yeah.
beer and chat. And probably we won't end up cuddling on the first date, but maybe. We're
You
gay after
never.
all,
Yeah,
like leave the
yeah,
possibility open.
yeah.
And I showed up, Char, and he was three sheets to the wind. He was absolutely
Oh
shit
no.
faced. Shit faced. And you'll be very proud of me, I did not have sex with that man.
Maravilloso. Maravilloso, amor. Muy
In
bien.
fact, I looked him in the eye and I said, no, we're not dating. Nope.
Lawrence, I'm so proud of
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
Oh my
Thanks.
God. That's
Yeah,
like,
a drunk man named Matt. And I
no,
said, no, thank you.
no, no, no. The third. Did you say, hello, drunk man, Matt the third?
I did not say that.
Okay.
But well, I sort of did. Actually, I think at one point I basically said, I think,
Oh my
I said
God.
like we're not dating, and he kind of, like scowled and got really passive aggressive and like
Sweet,
silent treatment
sweet,
and
sweet.
everything. And I was just
Yep.
like, I think even I can learn
Mhm.
that drinking an alcoholic named Matt is probably not the right thing for me to do.
No, no. Yeah. I mean, and what other would like if Matt Jr. I mean, I guess it would be the third, right? Matt
It would be
Jr.
the
Jr.
third.
Jr. 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 No,
Yeah,
Matt. Okay, so something
right.
like that. The third.
And I
Yeah.
mean, props to my ex-husband who is the first. Like, he wasn't actually a full-blown alcoholic, but like,
Yeah.
what, was it an issue in our relationship? For sure. And in my recent ex-boyfriend, was it an issue? Oh my God,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this dude, I'm like, cool, you got here 30 minutes before me, and either you
Yeah.
slammed 7 beers before I got here or you showed up here drunk. So, no.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for your application. We are currently not considering.
Yeah, we're not considering applications from, right? And I think that, it's interesting what you initially said about, you were talking about the looking at the deep, the dark, that right. And clearly, addiction, what is addiction about? Addiction is about pain,
Right.
right? So it's like Gabor Mate says, don't ask why the addiction, ask why the pain. But what I love is that you're like, that not my job, right? Like if we're someone's
Not my job.
healer, yeah, if
Yeah.
we show up as someone's healer, run for your life. If someone needs that much, like run for your fucking life. Go toward, and I think this is year of the fire horse, like go toward what is authentic to you. Go toward what has value and what is good for you and what is precious for you and what is, that in your body you feel a sense of home or comfort or goodness. And
Right.
goodness is really the focus, at least for me.
Yeah.
Like to focus on goodness, to bring, there's enough evil. How can we bring goodness? How can we restore goodness with our power?
Yeah.
Right.
And this guy, like, he was drowning in pain, right? Like, he
Yeah,
opened
it
up
sounds
and told me
evident.
some things, and
God, no.
I was like,
God.
I'm so
Right.
sorry. I'm so sorry that happened to
Oh,
you. And I not to be contradictory, I did just say, like, our job is to show up and do our work, and healers and
yeah.
helpers will
Mhm.
will arrive, but not your boyfriend. Like,
No,
not a dude
give
you're
him a
gonna date.
card. Give him a card for a healer that can help him. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like give him
Right.
or send him to recovery or there's people I've said, well, call me in 2 years after I'd love to meet your
Yeah.
sponsor
I mean, I
in
literally
the
said,
program.
like, we are not dating.
No,
You have so much work that you need to do,
no. It's the
you
equal,
know?
my friend. You need an equal, date an equal.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Another yum yum like you.
Yes. Let it be known from this time in this place, if indeed there is an equal to me out there, a top, please. With a
Just so
big
you
old
know. He
dick.
doesn't
I
count
am
that too.
available to emotionally healthy tops who are hung like
Yay!
horses. Speaking of horses.
Yay! Yay! I think yeah, horsepower all the way, my friend,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, and so
yeah. Well, I
fire,
mean,
that
one of
brings
my
us to
totems is
fire.
horse, so
Yeah, yeah, one of your totems, or chekpa, and there's a number of different ways to say that. You can say, in Africa, in some cultures, they would say your bush soul. And in Mexico, we would, there's all different kinds of terms. In Lakota, we would say one thing, and so your chekpa or your. So there's many different ways that you can. Um, in Europe, it's called your clan, right? And sometimes you'll see it like you can see your animals, or at least your family animals. Sometimes there is a crest, a family crest, and
right.
oftentimes, if you have a family crest, the animals are chosen, or sometimes it's stars. I have a unicorn. I kid you not. When I found my
Aw,
birth
that
father,
makes a lot of sense.
right? I was like, oh my God, a unicorn and gold stars. Just saying.
Hello.
I was like, great, right? And then I have, of course, my raven, and so, but we all have, we're supposed to be interconnected. The whole point of having a body is that we're interconnected with all these other things. But I want to talk about the fire. Speaking of fire, and you know, two dreamy tops that are you're going to meet your dream top, and with whipping cream on top of the top, and
Sure. Yeah, no, I'm into
you
all kinds of
know,
kinky shit. Whipping
right?
cream,
Just
yeah, bring it.
yeah, definitely. Maybe some flames, or some candle wax, some fire. Anyway, one of the things I was thinking about, aside from all those
You
things,
don't need to share all my secrets,
no,
Char.
no, no,
I'm
no,
pretty
no,
good
no.
at
Lo
revealing my own
siento, lo
shit.
siento. Okay. What do we dream? That's the question. What do we dream?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. I dreamed a dream of nights gone by.
oh my God. So, when we think of fire, what do we think of? I think of the sun.
Mm,
I think of the sun, and I think of like this incredible generosity of the sun,
hmm
and that and the sun is so generous, my friend. Like, I think about this all the time. Like, I think about that the sun is constantly giving, and its generosity is like eternal, and it's giving, I don't know how many thousands of tons of energy and light, and so I think that this time is really, it's about generosity of spirit, and about love, and and love is not a simple thing or an easy thing, but I really see fire, and the fire of love that is between all beings,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
like,
and fire in Chinese astrology is very much passion, right? Like just
mhm,
like in, Western astrology, the fire element is associated with passion. And so,
yeah,
the year of the fire horse, it's passionate, and it is direct, and it's hard charging, and it moves. There's
yeah,
action.
yeah,
And so, a lot of things are going to change. Like this
yeah,
year, I feel like, from a Western point of view, we're kind of used to thinking of the year change at, January 1, of course. And we've all kind of had a sense that 2026 is going to be a big year. I
yeah,
really think like the year of change is this lunar year. So now through the
yes,
next Lunar New Year,
yeah.
and and speaking of that, there are things that are happening in Western astrology right now that are huge.
I am very curious to hear your thoughts about it,
Well, so
about the Aries Saturn. Yeah.
yeah, there's a thing happening right now in Western astrology called the Great Reset. And
Holy shit!
yeah,
No way!
yeah.
The Great
And
Reset.
so the planets Saturn and Neptune are currently conjunct in the sky. And if you want to talk to me about astrology, please, you can DM me. If you don't believe in astrology, that's a-okay. I'm not forcing anybody to believe anything.
Yeah.
I actually come from a very scientific background, but I have studied astrology enough to think I don't know why this works, but somehow it does. Like it
Yes.
shouldn't,
Yeah.
like from a scientific point of view,
Yeah.
it shouldn't. uh, but it does.
Yeah.
And so,
And science
something,
is really killing us. Without spirit, science, if spirit and science get together, we will make it. But
right,
if they get together, so that's what I
right.
respect so much
And
of
I
in
feel like that's
you.
magic, right? Like spirit
Yeah.
and science together is magic.
Yes. Yes.
So
Tell
so
me.
every 36 years, to us observers on the Earth, every 36 years, Saturn and Neptune are in the same place in the sky. So they're conjunct every 36 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because Saturn's orbit is 29, 28 and a half to 29 and a half years, kind of depending because its orbit is slightly elliptical. And then Neptune's orbit is, oh God, I'm going to fuck this one up, 134 years. Uranus is 81.
Mm.
Um, anyway, they come together in the sky about every 36 years. And so there's a cycle that repeats every 36 years of these two things being together in the sky. In astrology, Saturn represents order and discipline
Yeah.
and rule following and material things and money, wealth, um, accounting. Uh, Saturn in
Yeah.
Western astrology is very much about um, making
Steadfastness. Yeah.
steadfastness
The
and
long view.
right, the long view, the good king, but
Mhm.
the good king who enforces his rules, right?
Right.
Saturn is not the generous king. Saturn is the king who makes sure that the trains run on time.
Yeah.
And Neptune could not be the more opposite of that. Neptune is dreams and ethereal and the intangible, our access to spirit and the subconscious and the unconscious. Neptune is hopes and dreams, but often false hopes and worse
Mhm.
dreams, right? Like
Mhm.
Neptune represents the place where kind of the full range of human imagination comes to the forefront.
Yeah.
And so these two things being conjunct is a big deal because they're sort of opposites and you're combining their energies. And when you kind of put those two things together in a sentence, you might say, well, it's a time where, order and rules are going to reveal that our biggest hopes and dreams are actually false, that they're illusions, right? It's also a time where the deepest secrets and the most hidden things
Mhm.
are going to
Yeah.
be revealed because there's an accounting for everything during
Right.
this time.
Oh,
And
that's
so,
so fucking amazing. I love that.
right?
Oh my God.
I wonder what deep secrets might
I
currently exist in the world
wonder.
for which there needs to be a deep accounting. I can't
Mm.
think of
I'm so
anything. Epstein
curious to,
files.
yeah. Can't think of anything in the Trump Epstein files.
You're
Mhm.
right. Yeah, in the Trumpstein files.
Mhm. Chopra. Yeah.
Yeah, and so every 36 years these two planets get together and the place in the sky where they do that is important, like the degree and the sign that they're in is important. Well, this year, for the first time in more than 2000 years,
Shit.
they are together at
Ominous voice.
0 degrees,
Yes.
right? 0 degrees of Aries.
Yes.
The very beginning of the zodiac, the very, very beginning, the first degree. And so
Oh, that hadn't occurred to me. It's
this
the
is
very,
the
very beginning.
the very beginning. It, a cycle has ended and a new one is starting on
Right.
February 20th, 3 days from now. I mean,
Right.
the conjunction is happening right now. It is exact in 3 days. And this is being called the Great Reset because it has not happened at this degree of the zodiac in more than 2,000 years. And so
Wow.
something big is shifting. Um, these two planets, each of them just traversed Pisces, the end of the zodiac. They're both now entering Aries, the beginning of the zodiac. It is a phase change, it is a transition from one state to another.
Oh
They
my
are
God, I'm
leaving the
so
realm of
grateful.
dreams and
So,
illusion and they are entering the realm of action.
oh my God, that's so great.
All secrets will be revealed.
Oh, are you going to do the voice?
All secrets will. Oh, hang on.
It's not.
All. No, is it? All secrets will be revealed.
Yeah. Monterey.
Right.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, well, yes, they will.
Yeah. So,
Por favor, please.
please, couldn't it can't happen soon enough.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd love to hear your take. Like, you know, Char, for those who don't know, is an intuitive. She has access to information. She teaches
Mm.
people how to access that information. I'm not asking you to perform like a dancing monkey.
Oh, because you know how that'll go. Click.
Right. The number you have reached has been
is
disconnected.
now is no longer available.
Please check the number and try your call again.
Yes, but don't.
But I'm curious if you get any, like, do you get any hits or intuition? Like, is there anything, even just logically for you, that comes forward about all of this happening together?
Yeah, yeah. The very first thing that that comes to my mind is around, well, there's two things that have been on my mind a lot lately, but of course the first one is love.
Mm,
And and love is an action word. I really love Bell Hook's work in New Visions, where she talks about how we have to begin living by love ethics. And she was writing that at the peak of the she had a friend, I believe, who did a painting during the AIDS crisis around love, and he was asked to remove it, and she really realized that the only thing that will save us is if we begin to live by love ethics. And so for me, living by love ethics means that we are capable of acknowledgement,
mm,
and even a simple acknowledgement, just looking at another person, looking up, right? I mean, sometimes I'll go to I'll go and no one is like, families are at dinner and no one is even speaking, they're all on their phones. So people
yeah,
don't know how to connect. They don't remember how to connect because they're being, sucked into this technosphere, and not remembering that we're actually biospheric beings. I mean, I don't know if that's even a thing, but just like, we belong to the biosphere. We're of the biosphere. The technosphere is not going to teach us intimacy. It's not going to teach us how to connect. It's not going to help us to create, connections if we don't actually meet each other and talk face to face, or even FaceTiming is deep connection, right? Like I FaceTime with you even though you're in Indiana,
hmm
so it's helpful, but it's supposed to support our connection, not destroy our connections. And so for me, I think we're really being called at this time to just a simple acknowledgement of each other, acknowledgement, to appreciate each other, to express some form of gratitude, right? Because if nobody's acknowledging us at a job or in a relationship, we're not going to stay. We're just not going to fucking stay, right? And so if we want to stay, then we want to experience, give, and receive acknowledgement, appreciate forgiveness, our capacity to forgive. Like, what the fuck? You know, you know, there's all of these, and forgiveness really means that, I'm going to give you a second chance, maybe a third or fourth or fifth. You know what I mean? Like, life is made up of second chances, right?
yeah,
Thank God we're given them. Thank the mystery. And of course, gratitude and forgiveness and laughter and play and attention and affection and allowance. So all of those things. And so for me, one of the very first things I think of is love ethics, and that we need to, and really what that means is connect, make a village. We're not going to survive if we don't do that. We just need to make villages, and
yeah,
however we can do that. And we need to connect and be in community and be together and develop friendships. Remember that, I love, there's a Irish saying that is like, cherish these hearts, but one of the hearts is the heart of friendship that heals all loss. The heart
mm,
of friendship that heals all that has been lost.
mm,
And you and I have done that for each other for years, my friend.
for years. Yeah,
I mean, you have,
yeah.
that
One of
is
the
just
biggest blessings of my life.
one of the greatest gifts. Yeah. And so, and it's a celebration of life, to be able to have those miracles, those treasures, of each other.
hmm
The other thing is that we just have to be fucking real.
Yeah.
Like, just be real. Like, the problem here is that everybody's been pretending for 100 fucking years. I mean,
Right.
two, three, I mean, however many hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Hundreds of years. Yeah. But
hundreds, yeah. And that, what we really need to do is stop pretending. And that what that means, because if people had been able to feel, not being medicated out of their feelings, if people had been able to feel and able to say what they feel and bear what they feel and share what they feel, right, regardless of and not suppress what they feel, this probably wouldn't be happening, right? If people
yeah.
are like, wow, it makes sense that you feel that way because this is fucking jacked, this is wrong and it's sick and it needs to change. You're right. Of
Right.
course you're gonna have feelings about that,
Right. And
So
there's
it's not
so
even
many of us.
intuition. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many of us who, our spidey sense has been going off for like
Oh
the last
yeah.
10, 12 years, right? Or, or
Yeah.
longer. Of, oh my God, this is all wrong. I'm in the wrong timeline. How could this be happening? Doesn't everyone
Hmm.
else see what's going on?
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, we've been told, oh no, oh, you're being overly
Mhm.
dramatic. Except every
Yeah.
horrible thing we've imagined has come true. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Mhm.
you're right. This is a moment of authenticity where like the light is going to break through
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah. Absolutely. And by authenticity, it's, my mind and my heart and my actions are all going in the same direction. Like, but that means we have to be embodied, and that means we have to be able to talk to ourselves. But the key, really the key, is that we have to be able to listen. We have to be able to listen, deep, deep listening. And we're so busy, with monkey mind or being entertained all of the time, 24 hours a day, that there isn't any room to listen. And it doesn't require intuition. It just requires fucking brains and intelligence. And I mean, intuition is really another word for, oh, my mind is, and my mind is not taken. My mind has not been taken. And we have to untake our minds. We have to unclench all of these people and places and things from our psyche and from our consciousness. And what I mean by that is, I mean that, to take our minds back means to find our true nature.
Yeah.
And to find our true nature means that we actually have time with other kinds of creatures besides humans and technology. So, trees and plants um, there's a man named Michael Yellowbird, and he's amazing. He's an MSW, um, and he has been doing a lot of. They've been doing a lot of brain scans, and so mix it, looking at the science and then also looking at the spirit. And one of his talks, this is so great. He says that he was walking with these two women up in Alaska from a tribe there, and the uh, on the islands there. And one of the women went over to turn a log over that was on the beach and it was on its side. And he said, "Oh, well, why did you do that?" And she said, "Well, I could see that it was tired of laying on that side and it needed to, you know." And so that kind of attunement.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I think of just like attunement. How can we remember how to attune to one another and how to take care of each other? And by that, I mean, how do we take care of us? And like you said in the beginning, like the greater good, the
Right.
greater good. So this time is about truth. It's about authenticity. If each one of us can be authentic, it's like one more unfurling or unfolding of what is real, and one more way to show up in an authentic, real way where we're speaking what is true and where we're doing what is good, just, and lasting. And I think justice is, and that it's really about decolonizing our minds, decolonizing, removing what is not for the good of all, right? Because whatever's not good for the whole is not good for the one.
Right. And I think there's an element of protection work that has to go into this too, right? Because like
Yes.
you said,
Yeah.
there are things going on in the world right
Yeah.
now, like the Epstein files, where the evidence that we are being presented
Yeah.
is disgust. It is horrifying. It
Yeah.
is
It's
for
terrifying.
those of us like me who
Yeah.
are survivors of sexual assault as a child.
Yeah.
It's triggering, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so we have to somehow have the strength to acknowledge the reality of what happened
Yes.
and call for justice. and then
Yes.
also like touch grass like you're saying, or
Yeah.
go, be with logs on the beach,
Yeah.
and
Driftwood.
and
Driftwood. Yeah.
reconnect with our whole self and our loving self, because being exposed, it's toxic being
Oh,
exposed to
it's
all of this
so,
stuff.
yeah.
And somehow all of us as a nation, as a world, we are being confronted right
Yeah.
now with, you have to look at this toxic shit so that you can hold the white supremacy
Yeah.
patriarchy
Yeah.
accountable, and then you also have to heal yourself and make sure that you are okay after seeing all of this toxic bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. And to work on our own, right? I mean, I'm a mixed race person who's white bodied, and we have to work on our privilege, and we need to look at what are the toxins, right? Like there's so many different ways that we feed into that without even knowing it. And so we have to root out every little ism, every racism, every sexism, we've got to root out those things. Every little shred of homophobia as much as we can, and just really notice it in ourselves and make sure to correct it as best we can. And especially I think those of us who are mixed race, it's just really important that we're doing the treatments we can, and creating what is sacred and what is good and true and lasting, decolonizing ourselves. And so I think that one of the things that's important is that, as we're seeing all of these, like all of these horrors, it's like to create a better world than any world we've experienced, or to create a better country
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
any, since, I don't know, the last, I don't know, couple hundred of years have been a kind of I mean, actually a disaster. And so for me, I think that with the Epstein files, these women and men and non-binaries, I'm sure, I haven't, but I'm sure there are non-binaries also. And but these survivors are speaking the truth, and to um, to extend some honor and respect,
Yeah.
and to be together. I mean, I love just the idea of just being together. Like, even if someone is sitting in the other room, right? It's just to be together, so that, because we are not meant to, and I know that this is, research that's been done, but in the research, what they're finding is that, what they found, we're not meant, we're meant to be together. And that is how we regulate. Like, we don't regulate alone. We can't regulate ourselves.
Right.
But, for me, I was able to, in the darkest hours, I was able to regulate with a tree, or as you said, touch the earth, or, you know, touch the sky, right? So, which was disassociation, which wasn't the best either, but at least,
Right.
what I'm
But
saying?
any port in a
Um,
storm.
right? And so we have to take care of the soul, right? And so the key here is to create, to connect, and to create, and to really look at, what is it that I'm creating? Where am I putting my power? I have all of this power. I have all of this energy. Where am I putting that energy? What am I plugged into? Right? So if I have this incredible gift, or whatever gift I have a gift of presence, even if
Yeah.
I don't know what my gift is, even if I don't know what my dream is,
Yeah.
you know. So how can I, because, we are a part of the dream of the earth. We are part of the dream of the earth, and we need to be in a lucid dream.
Yeah.
We need to be choosing.
And that is Saturn and Neptune, right? Like, be in the dream, but be
Yeah.
real in the dream. Be
Yes.
accountable in the dream. Ask
Yes.
for what you really want in the dream. Make it
Yeah.
happen in the dream.
Yes.
Like, draw up the blueprints and build it. That's
Yes.
Saturn and Neptune
Yes.
together.
The lucid
Yeah.
dream. Yeah.
I really want to say thank you, because I don't know if other people could tell that you went into a bit of a state there. I put you on the spot, and you were very gracious, and you gave us a bit of a reading,
Oh,
and that's an incredibly wonderful thing and very generous on your
mm,
part. And so I want to acknowledge that and say thank you.
mm.
Um,
Thank you, my
I'm
friend.
curious, where does 0 degrees of Aries show up in your chart? Do you know off the top of your head?
Well, you and I both have an Aries moon.
We do.
Yeah. And so, I'm not sure
What house is
exactly where it's.
yours in? I don't remember.
I'm trying fifth, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's where's my moon?
I
Um,
don't know. Am I gonna?
yeah,
I should pull up your chart.
I'm like, where is my
I
moon?
can't ask
I'm
the
not an
question and then
astrologer.
not pull up your chart.
You are my astrologer, my friend, so I don't actually know.
Well, mine, so 0 degrees of Aries in my chart is the very, very, very end of my sixth house and beginning
Mm.
of my seventh house. It is basically my descendant.
Oh my God.
And so let's see. Dreams and illusions come crashing down around significant other.
Oh my, imagine. Yeah. Yeah.
Go
6, 7.
figure.
Yeah.
How does that apply to my life? I feel very called out.
Yeah.
Our friend Gray Galaxy posted something yesterday, and she said, it was really, it was really funny. She was joking and like, hey, all of you people who don't believe in astrology and then make the worst decisions of your lives during the transits that are triggering that are triggering you, maybe think
Oh
about
my
that for a minute.
God.
And I was like,
Oh
I
no.
feel very called out, Gray. I'm being attacked.
Yeah, not even, well, it's like clear the way. Clear the way. It's like clear the way.
Clear the way. Yeah.
Clear the way.
All
Yeah.
right. So so 0 degrees of Aries for you is in your fifth house. It's
I got,
your moon is at 3 degrees of Aries. So technically this
wow.
is conjunct your moon.
Holy
If we're
shit.
using, like a wider orb for the moon, which we would
Mm.
do. Yeah, and kind of just a little beyond your Chiron in Pisces. So um there's a lot of emotion and big old healing of ancient wounds for you, my friend,
Yes. Yes.
in your
You,
fifth. So, you know, love and joy and playfulness and the places in which you experience life with a childlike sense of wonder.
mm.
Um yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And so Saturn and
Saturn and Neptune
yeah.
conjunct right in that spot in your chart where they're triggering your Chiron, they're triggering your moon, right? In your house of joy and
Woo.
play.
Wow. So get fucking real, man.
Well, get real and
Yeah.
get ready to play. Get ready to play.
Oh, yes. I'm ready for that. And
Yes.
childlike joy.
And joy. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. You know that Dana and I usually when somebody's a first-time guest on the show,
Yeah.
we ask them about like the most Gen X song of all time. I thought we could do a fun thing because you are a total music aficionado like Dana
Come
is.
on. See.
Um what what are the songs of the Year of the Fire Horse?
Oh,
So I'm thinking, okay, what is that song?
my
I
God.
went through a desert on a horse with
Horse
no
with no
name.
name
Yeah,
because of,
horse with no
yeah,
name,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Horse with no name. Yes. I mean, of course, all the horse songs, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to.
Uh,
I know there are a bunch, but I'm trying to remember. Like, what are they?
oh my gosh.
All right, now I'm gonna have to Google it. Songs
Yeah,
with horse.
yeah. Songs with horse. I do think of Pat Benatar. Anything by fucking Pat Benatar.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah. Why?
We used
Like,
to
why are we
sing
thinking
Pat
that?
Benatar. Yeah, in the car, right? Um, and of course, yeah. I mean, I do think of Freddie Mercury also.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my God.
anything,
Yes. Okay. Wild
anything.
Horses by the Rolling Stones, of
Oh my
course.
God.
Um.
Couldn't tear me away. Wild horses couldn't tear me away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Um.
so good.
Oh, there. Okay. There are a bunch here that. Uh. Oh, Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses by
Oh my
U2.
God.
Horse
Well,
Latitude by the
Lawrence,
Doors,
Lawrence
All the Tired
Merriman.
Horses by Dylan, Bring On the Dancing Horses by Echo and the Bunnymen. I just
Oh
referenced
yeah,
that song the other day, of course. Like,
so
Bring
good.
on the dancing horses, wherever they may roam. Uh, American Horse by the Cult, Horses by Patti Smith.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
Um,
best. Oh my God, I got to see her. Oh my God, this just a few months ago. It was incredible. Yeah, doing that album.
wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, incredible. Yeah.
Um, Yeah. Beyonce's 16 Carriages. I mean, it doesn't, I don't know that it
Yeah.
mentions horses specifically, but it makes
I
me
don't
think of
know.
horses.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like this Shiloh. When I was young, I used to call your name. I don't know why Shiloh is coming to my mind.
Ooh, interesting.
No one
Okay.
else to come, Shiloh.
Yeah.
And
No, that's great.
um, yeah.
Yeah, and for some reason, Cher, what is it? Gypsies, Tramps, and
Oh
Thieves,
yes, yes. Oh,
right?
that was, it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. But yeah, definitely Pat Benatar is the person. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So Yanni in the chat is saying Mustang Sally. That's a great
Oh
one.
yeah, Mustang
Um,
Sally.
Wildfire. That's a great
That's the
song.
one. That's the one that is been in my brain. I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
That's the one. She ran calling wildfire. That is it.
Yes.
Right? Because it
Yes.
nails like the Epstein files, it nails like all the loss, it nails like the relationship, and then, like Spirit Horse,
Yeah.
Power. Oh, that's so good. That's one of the songs this year. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
And okay, I
Mhm.
mean, other people in the chat totally concurring, like Freddie Mercury and Queen. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, Queen.
um, okay, so we're feeling it. I think we're all feeling the big fire horse
Big
energy.
fire horse energy, baby. Yes, yes. Lawrence Mayer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Lawrence
all right.
Winnerman. Oh,
I am so grateful to you, my friend. I love you. You are one of the biggest gifts of my entire life. You are one of my best friends in the world. You are the smartest, wisest, kindest person that I know.
my
And you
friend.
have taught me so much over the years. You are definitely my biggest teacher. And
Oh, my friend.
um, I don't know that I've said thank you enough for that, but I want you to know right here in front of God and 155 people on Substack
My
that
friend.
I see you for the magnitude of the influence that you've had in my life, and I am grateful beyond words. And I just love you so much. I want nothing but the best for you.
Thank you, my friend. And thank you for how you've held me. Like you have shown up. You show up for me. I can be like downtown and like, Lawrence, I can't drive. I'm struggling. You've held me through every storm. And you're one of the greatest treasures that Creator has given me. And I'm so grateful. I love you so much.
I love you too, friend.
My
Thank you
friend,
for coming
thank
here
you.
today and standing in for Dana as she is on her secret space mission. And
Love you,
we
Dina.
love you, Dana. We
Love
hope
you,
you're having a good
Dina.
nap.
Yeah.
Um, I love you, friend. I'm so grateful to you. I hope you have the best year of the fire horse of anyone on the entire fucking planet.
You too, my friend. I
And
love
then
you
me second.
so. Yes,
And then
us,
everyone else here in the chat
all
right
of us.
after. Let's face it, like
The,
that'll be great. 100
the good of the whole.
158 of us above all 8 billion other people.
And then we can touch all of those.
Right. And then we'll spread the love around.
That's right, baby. I love you, my friend.
I
I love
love
you
you too.
so. See you soon. Happy
Thank you,
New Year.
everybody. Love you, mean it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.